I'm supposed to be speaking today on fashion is aiding designers in the time of need. The fashion industry, as you all know, is ruled by giants. There are mega corporations, fast fashion titans. Fashinnovation itself has the best industry experts listening to this. They have CEOs, they have the top level people, and I'm not going to address them because you can't preach to the Pope. What am I trying to do today? I'm just trying to show you how a fashion design council in a country like India is making baby steps and the attempts in the right direction to come to the aid and the rescue of the fashion design. You know, when the ecosystems have been temporarily ruptured during the lockdown, you know, what we went and did is to form a trust. A trust is the best way because it kind of shows transparency. It shows it's not part of the regular council activities. It's a separate activity. And it was very important during to form something, a trust which was called the COVID-19 Support Fund. We're not the industry leaders, but at the same time, when the CFDA started their own fund, when the British Council started their own fund, we were just 1 or 2 days behind them. So it was almost at the same time. And guess what we have reached by now? By now, we've already made 2 tranches of payments. In the first tranche, what we did was, it's important to look after your own first. But your own is not just your Fashion Design Council of members, it's everybody who's a designer and part of the fraternity. As an FDCI member, we first looked after 100% of all the people who applied for this. And in the second tranche, 50% of all the non-FDCI designers. FDCI is the Fashion Design Council of India, and anybody who wasn't even a member with us, we were very happy to have them part of this activity. And what did they do? This was necessary because for many small businesses to keep afloat, it was important for them to pay their tailors. It was important for them to pay their master cutters. It was important for them to pay the weavers who've been waiting for a little payment here and there and struggling, for their office boys. And the first tranche and the second tranche is over. So even though I envy all the big fashion design councils of the world, the fact is we don't have such deep pockets, and my sponsors neither. So what are we trying to do? We're still trying to see if we have more generous donors. And as and when we get more donors, we will be adding to more and more people taking advantage of the COVID support fund that we've set up. That's one thing we are doing. Why am I saying all this? I am today trying to share with you what other councils in the world are doing to come to the aid of their designers, because we all got to do our bit. Big or small, we have to do something about it. But you know, just financial help is not enough to aid the designer. Because during the lockdown, we started a program called Insights. And during Insights, the idea was to curate content that was relevant to the hour, in this hour today. Look at all the problems faced by the designers. So they had hundreds of questions. We put together different experts. We had podcasts, we had webinars, we had videos going on, lots of platforms, exactly as Fashinnovation is doing. And what was the result? We brought to them solutions. I think, you know, not everybody could go and hire a top-notch designer if they want a top-notch lawyer, if they wanted to know about force majeure, whether they should be paying the rents or not, whether it is compulsory to pay the wages Is there an act which binds them to pay the wages for 2 months as the government had said? All these questions were answered, and a lot more in the FDCI insights that we did. And the response, it was only on one platform, more than 1 million views that we got. Very encouraging for us. You know, we're not really somebody who had gone digital a long time ago. We didn't know what to do in these 2 months of the lockdown that we faced in India. And we were successful in interacting and doing many things and coming to the support of our designers in our own small way. But it just wasn't the designers. It was everybody related to us. So there were retailers who were coming in. There were multi-brand stores who came in and said what they wanted to buy. Different people from different areas came in and talked about the subjects as industry experts. But you know, trying to help the designers will never work unless you provide them a platform to do business. At the end of the day, a council's job is to bring to their table business. We are about the business of fashion. If we don't do that, it's not enough just to make two people meet and to do alliances. We need to do more than just fashion shows. And we've done exactly that. FDCI has gone and announced that we are going digital. When I say digital, we're looking at a 360-degree transformation, not just digital fashion shows, because we still don't know whether we will do all 100% digital fashion show, or we might do something which we are calling a phygital, or something which is a digital reality show, maybe with live models, as others have shown is possible. All depends on the conditions that the Indian government has at that time of social distancing. And the more important thing is how many people are going to come and watch this. So the important thing is it's not just doing digital shows, which we will, but it's also taking the business online and creating a virtual platform for our designers, where the buyers can place orders, where they can interact with the designers. So we also have a platform to see that the stock gets reduced and sold. We call it the designer stock room, and we're going to be taking that online as well. I can talk as much about our earlier efforts of going global. It was really important for an Indian fashion designer to go global. But there are plans which are now to go local rather than a global local. Made in India is now going to take center stage. That's what we need to do to support our languishing industry. To the viewers today, to all the industry experts, if I can urge you through this platform of Fashinnovation, I think the need of the hour today is to go local. And a local going local to your industry will help everyone in the bargain. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak to you, tell you what is happening in India, tell you what is happening with the official body in the country, the Fashion Design Council of India, and what are the baby steps we are taking. They may sound like baby steps, but the fact is it's gone and helped the hundreds of members we have and all the fashion fraternity. Thank you very much.